Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue into level 2 Megabase, where we in the last episode just got our rocket control units up and running in this beauty of a setup. In today's episode, we will do something we've been going for in a very long time, and that is finishing up our last science, our space science, and getting that to 2k science per minute. So hopefully you're as hyped for this as I am. So if you are, leave a like on the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch, all the shenanigans. And yeah, just get ready for us finally having all the sciences we need. So yeah, in between episodes I just did a small thing, and that is I added rocket silos to our mall. And I added this satellite production here as well. Mostly because it doesn't require that much, and getting all these into the rocket cell, actually we don't have enough train stations for it. To get this to work, I just added blue circuits, or blue processing units, rocket fuel and load energy structures to them all. So now we're making everything we need. So to get all of our rockets done, it is a bit different than normal. If you look at a rocket, right here requires rocket control units, load instructors, and rocket fuel. At the current pace here, it will consume one every 1.33 seconds. That means we'll have to do 300 seconds to get one rocket launch, as we do need to get through 100 cycles for it to work. That's also what's it called, just about 5 minutes, so we'll have to improve on this a small amount. What I want to do is that if we take a rocket silo, we can just take him in somewhere up here. We don't need that many. So what if we take one here? If we didn't add productivity to it, now it takes way longer to get to what we need. More than 500. It'll take about 600 seconds, so that is almost 10 minutes as it is right now. And that is a bit too long. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna supercharge this. We're gonna add as many beacons as humanly possible to it. And by humanly possible, I mean we're gonna add 20 speed beacons to it. And if we do this, and check it again, of course after it gets a bit of power, I'll just show you the ratios. Power. There. Let's just do one here for testing sake. If you then look at the speed it has now it does 4.8 every second. That means to get to the 100 cycles we need, we'll have to do it. It's actually just about 21 seconds. So this means that every 21 seconds it will go from 0 to 100 in the rocket silo. And this is very important because, as you know, when it gets to 100, it will launch a rocket, and that gives us a satellite, and that gives us 1000 science back. So you could think that, yeah, that gives us 1000 science per per 21 seconds, but there is a long animation for the rocket silo. And the important here is to know how long is the animation. Animation is exactly 40 seconds, 40.33 seconds long. Add that together with about 21 seconds we need for getting the crafting done, but inputting as well. That means one will do a bit less than 1000 science per minute. So in theory, two will do very close to 1000 science per minute, but since we can't do that, we'll have to add in about 3 to get this to work. So the way I'm gonna do it is that firstly we'll get the 3 items in right here which we need with trains. So let's just get those hooked up right away. So that's 1, 2, and the third over here, 3. That is the input for rocket control units, loading structures, and rocket fuel. Then I want to add those into here. If we look at how much it actually consumes, let's give it some power again. This one consumes 33 of each per second. That means in theory, if you just give each of these 1 belt, and the easiest way to do that is just to jump it in. So we have 1, 2, 3 going in with these. We'll probably need a few more than 1 adding them in. As you can see, they do take, let's get these away. They do take about 30 something per second. So maybe we have to do this times 3. Just splitting out 1 that goes in. If we move this a bit to the right, go there instead. Then we should be able to fit in what we need. Of course, we still need to get the power in. We can almost do it here. But we'll have to test if it actually is fast enough this way to take it in. So that's a bit of theory crafting we have to do. Because if you do that and that seems good. These two are fine. And then we add just a bit of power on the side here, in the corners, to give us what we need. And I think this will look fine for what we need to do. That gives everything powered. That gives us enough inputs. Of course, we will have to check if it's enough. We can, in theory, start with 3, just to test out the throughput of this current thing. So, this episode, we will launch our first rocket. That is going to be very, very exciting. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. So, let's change you to rocket control units, less than 2K, as the stack is a bit different. Up here we'll have, let's just say, loading structures, less than 2K. They don't stack very high. I want it to flow somewhat decently. And over here we will have the rocket fuel down to 2K. So that should be all of them. Then we need to hook these up a few times. For now, we'll just test 1 of them. That means that we'll have 1, 2, 3 of each going in. So we'll have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Might have to move this down a small amount to make a bit more room for what we need to do. But let's just take you and move you. I just want to move it down here to have some space at the top and not be constricted. And go there instead. And then we can move you down a bit to maybe just below here. And 1, 2, 3. Then we'll have, look at this. There and there. In theory, can it add in a 4th one in the future? If needed, to the side. That way we can have 1 build going for each of them. Just to make it look somewhat decent. And then we just need an output for all of our science. And I'm thinking that we should just get it running here below into maybe 1 belt should be enough. Each build can move 2.7k per minute. So in theory, we should be able to just get 1 belt out this way, merge together. Well, not the first one. Merge together, go down the line, and then grab whatever we need. Kind of want to do it like that, then having running it here to make it easy to set up. I think that'll be pretty decent. So let's try and get all these belts in. Firstly, let's just get you. You'll be number 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. There and here. You'll go. You'll be the bottom one. Let's make room for all 4 while we add it. 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's start at the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it should give us just enough room if we line all of this up correctly. Otherwise, we just move you a bit more to the south. Luckily, that is something we can do since we are still at the early stages. There we are. So now we can hook you up. You'll go to here and you will kind of just jump in. This one. Then the second one will go from up here. You can kind of jump into the middle one. Ooh, I did the math wrong, so let's just move there and there. And just like that. So you'll be probably the top one, we'll go over here. That'd be the best. Yeah, because if it's the top one, then we can just take it straight down and not worry too much about what we need to get done. There we are, and you can go to there and in. Then you'll go down this way. Something like that. Of course, we can always split it out if you want 3 of these for each. But again, that is a test if we can get it to go. Because then we can just do 3, 1 split into 3, next split into 3, the next one over, and that is quite easy to manage. So that should be fine. And then the third one will go at the top, pretty much at the top one here, I'm guessing. You'll go in right here. You can go from the top one over here. So I think this is a good thing to try and see in action. That always makes things a bit easier to understand. So you can go, let's say I want you there. Bit crooked, can get you down, or maybe just do one of these instead. There we are, that looks pretty decent. Hooks these up. Here as well. Oh, well, it's gonna get power from the one next over in just a second, so let's do it like that. And let's try and get the things in and see if we can actually launch it fast enough. Otherwise, I think 1 will get it out fast enough. If not, we'll just add more to it. Merge them together, take it down this line, all the way to the end, and hook it up to a loading station right here. It's going to hold all of our space signs. Let's see, module. You can go here, I think it's fine. Here and up this way. So that is pretty decent. Might want to limit some of these chests like we did the other place. I think we limit everything else to about 40 or 64k. Since we can wait, these stacks a lot higher, so we might want to limit it to a bit less than that. If we have 4, 8, 16. What if we limit it to 4 in each stack? That's 4, 8, 6, well, 16. It's 32 to 64. I think that will be good enough for what I want to limit. Also because of what we want to limit the trains to when they finally start to run. And there. So let's fire it up, see what happens, and hopefully we'll get our very first rocket launch. We'll get the game completed sign or signal, and then everything will be good. So find rock control loading. Of course, you'll then be unloading. And then we'll just add in a few trains. 1, 2. 1, 2. Depot 1, Depot 2. Loading and unloading. Full empty. Inactive, inactive, and there we are. So that should, in theory, give us what we need to get things flowing. So let's get you guys going. You'll start to load in. Then it'll be exciting to see if we can actually keep up here. Otherwise, we'll have to improve. I'm quite sure we'll have to make it faster, but we'll see if we need more in. Up here. Loading structures. Unloading. Might want to get more trains as we get going. But that's fine. And rocket fuel unloading. A nice amount standing by. So let's just wait for the trains to go in. They have a bit of a ways to travel to pick up our little things. Should be on the way after they've been filled with things. There goes the first 2 things. Let's see how that flows in. And if it can actually, of course it can't fill it that fast right now, but that is good. And then we want, while we're looking at this, request a chest just right here. Getting in our satellite. Yeah, I don't think one of these will be fast enough, so we might just have to improve this, but that will be easy enough to do. And you'll just kind of keep... Well, we have to control how much we actually... We can probably control it with... Connect it up to here and say if that has more than 1000 science in it, it's not going to work. We can't do that. So how do we manage our science? As if we launch with any in it, then we'll be in serious trouble. So maybe we could read a belt and say if that is full, then you won't do anything. Let's just do this. Let's see here, and let's see how we will get it to work. If you take you, connect you up here. And say you'll enable if that one is less than, well, it's not equal to 0. Or if it's greater than 0. Less than 0. So if science is less than 0, less than 1? Yeah, if science is less than 1, then you'll work, and that's only when it's 0. It's kind of weird it's not moving, but that's probably just because of the belts. Never noticed that before. It's fine. So let's see, how fast can you get it in? Yeah, as you can see, we'll need a lot faster input, so we'll probably need to hook it up to 3 of these. So let's just do a quick test on... Ooh. Oh, my little robots. I'm sorry. Rocket fuel. Set it to 0. There we are. And let's get this hooked up correctly. You jump in, so you'll kind of hit these 3. Maybe just do something like that. Hopefully then you can load it fast enough. So it still gives enough in. Then these will be moved over to the 3 over here. Let's just do 3, so that is easier to manage. 3 more there. And then we'll just shift you over a small amount. Sorry little robots for yet again giving you more work. So you'll jump in. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Then you'll jump to there. I'll just take you in. Then the last one, this one, will jump from the other one. Can you fill it up fast enough now? Oh, you still can't input it fast enough. That might actually... quite close to doing it fast enough. Okay, that was already one full. So should we just leave it at this? And yeah, otherwise we need a 4th one in. We can try one thing. What if we set it to 8? I don't know if that's going to help. No, that's not going to help, is it? No. I think this will be fine in terms of throughput. We'll just have it a bit slower. That is completely fine. So let's get our rocket in. Our satellite in and see if we can't figure out a good way to do this. I want to get this one up here. So there we are. You pretty much shouldn't have any circuitry on you. Base science less than 1. Then you'll input. I think that should work. Because then it'll never output until it has room. Let's request in a satellite. I think it's a good time to test it out and see what happens. This is quite exciting. Just get 2 at a time. Because then we have 1 buffered as well, and then we should be good. Here it goes. The satellites. Gonna go into our very first rocket launch. That's gonna output all of our things to the end. And then it's going to be very exciting to see how this handles. More rock control units, that's perfect. And then we will we'll see. Robots are right there with the what's it called, satellites. And then we'll go. Come on, my little minions. Do your thing. Auto launch with cargo. Boom. 40 seconds animation before we can start to load this again. Oh, first rocket, guys. Cheer for that. Hype in chat, if there was any. 82 hours. Damn. Oh, look at the little things I killed. My medium electric power poles, some wood. So, let's continue. And, oh wait. Did I turn this the wrong way? You'll never do anything, you'll just work. You'll connect. Oh, that's why, of course, I did it on the wrong one. Ah, that makes sense. You're fine. Whoa. Probably need more output than one of these. To get it out fast enough, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe get it on a build, as it actually goes up pretty quickly with just one of these. That's another 1k. Can't see that we don't need that many at least. Unless we get it on more sides of the belt. That might be something we want to do. Because we'll need 2 on each side of the belt. So what if we do that, here, and then just... we can get one more out at the top. That is what we exactly have room for. Ooh, unless, never mind. We'll do that. Get you in here and output priority. Yeah. Jesus, you are launching fast. What are we doing at the moment? Science. Okay. So about 1k per minute. Let's hook up a second one. And actually a third one as well, since we just wanted to buffer up anyway. Damn, that goes quick. We know this one can keep up because you can hold 2.7. So look at that, that works fine. Let's do 1, 2, 3. You are filling up with 1,000 in each of these over here. What? 1 point the will at least. 2.6k. Oh, it's so weird the rockets launching that fast. A few minutes ago we didn't even have any launching. Now they're going for days. So can we take... in theory... what if we take this? Take you over here. We know where things have to line up. Just have to change this one a small amount. You could just go out one further to the right. There we are. Then we just need to hook up the rest. So there. You can go to right here. That way. 3. You go into the first one. We have the second build from up here going over. Down this way and in here. Then we'll have the last one from here. We'll have to go in all the way to the right. Let's do it the same way, just so it looks pretty good. Can in theory just go right here. Then the last one up you. And now our base is gonna struggle quite a bit trying to keep up with this, but it's fine. Ooh, these are not inside logistic range. That we'll solve with just putting one right here in the middle. Hopefully. That's perfect. So you're ready. You're just waiting for the satellites. You're waiting for satellites. You're waiting for satellites. So look at this beauty. Jump. Split. In. Jump. Split. In. All giddy watching our science go. So I think this is a pretty decent place to end the episode. Hopefully if you enjoyed this, do comment what you think about this current setup. I think it's pretty cool. If you look at our science per minute now, it's at least 700 per minute. It's gonna continue increasing with every rocket launch, and I think it's gonna hit more than 2K. And then the limit will just be the other sciences, and that is exactly what I want it to be. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Like I said, do remember to leave a like on the video, and if you're new to the channel, do remember to subscribe as well. If you want the blueprints, jump on Discord. If you want to support what I do here, if you think the content is good, do remember you can get our Patreon subscription or become a Patreon member. That'll be very, very cool. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.